Hello and welcome back to the vlog where you join me with a Urus S. Now, if you didn't know this already, I absolutely love Lamborghinis. This is my favorite brand. Just something about the drama, the way they look, the way they sound, just all the theatrics of the noise and the shifts. They're just dramatic, right? So I really like them. It is in Grigio Telesto. I absolutely love Lamborghinis. I've always loved Audis, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, all those, the Volkswagen Group products. Especially since having my Audi, I absolutely love them. I'm very excited about this, but I also have to tell you that I just shot with a Lamborghini 2 days ago, and here's that video. And a couple days before that, I shot with the Ford GT. These are honorable mentions that I really wanted to put in the videos, but I didn't actually film those days, so I don't have anything to actually put in the video. I just have the actual videos I did, which I just showed. This thing is awesome. The downshifts are super aggressive. It looks amazing in this paint with the orange calipers, with the orange stitching all around, and the orange seatbelts. I know a lot of people say this is basically just an RS Q8, and you are not necessarily wrong, but the interior is very different from an RS Q8. You have a lot of different materials and shapes and stuff in here. Obviously, none of this comes in an RS Q8. None of this comes in an RS Q8, but I love this metal speaker grill. I think that looks amazing with Lamborghini's triangle type shape they got going on there. And I love these handles. I love how you just pull it a little bit and it electronically pops, and then you can pull it the rest of the way and it will manually pop. Now this is an S, so it's not really anything special. It's not a Performante or anything like that, but the S takes it just a little step further on the regular Urus. Obviously it does have valves in the exhaust. It has these little strakes down here on the front bumper, which makes it look more aggressive. So on the Urus you have this part. On the Urus S, you have this as well. And then on the Urus S, you also have these. So it's like a slight wide body, you could say. It has the black exhaust tips. I'm trying to think of how else this is different from a regular Urus, because we have two of these right now. We have this Urus S and we have a regular Urus. We are actually about to have a Urus Performante. So maybe I'll do a video with all three of those side by side. This one also has massage seats, which is awesome. So I turn the lights on because I hate to shoot cars where the lights aren't on. So the lights are turned on permanently. I hate this. This is very gimmicky to me. I love the way these feel. These feel really nice. This is a button, which doesn't feel the greatest, but this is actual metal, so that's kind of nice. But the actual paddle shifter itself doesn't feel great because it's just a click. It doesn't move all that much. So we're gonna go ahead and start it up so you can hear it because it sounds amazing. I mean, even just the startup is dramatic, and that's in regular mode. So now we're gonna go to Corsa mode, and it gets loud and the revs pop up a little bit. So you go from like 500 RPM idle to like 1,000 or 900. Yeah, I'd say it's about 950, which is very interesting, but also makes it extremely dramatic. So that's Strata, which is normal. You have Sport, which opens the valves, and it actually goes up a little bit. I think it goes to like 750, and then you go to Corsa, and it goes to 1,000. You guys can't feel that, but going between the modes, you can feel the car raising and lowering. Now you have the typical VW Group, Audi, whatever, speakers where they pop out of the dash there, which is really cool. So we're gonna start this thing up. We are gonna leave it in normal mode. To put it in drive, you have to pull the paddle, like most Lamborghinis, in normal mode. And then we will put it in Corsa here in a minute. Also, if you see me jumping around between like wearing coats and it's snowing and then me now with a buzzed head, it's because I'll film certain videos and I feel like they should come out immediately because there's hype around that car or whatever. So I'll post that first before I come out with the next video in order. And I've got about 10 videos filmed, so they're kind of all over the place. Yeah, so that's the reason for the madness and the reason why cars don't come out the correct times or what seems like out of order. Also, this thing has massage seats like every Volkswagen product, and they're very good, so that's nice. I love massage seats. Volkswagen has Volkswagen Group, I should say, Bentley, Audi, Lamborghini, have some of the best massage seats, I feel like. Mercedes are pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that has better massage seats. My Audi felt very similar to this, even though it was really old, so that's kind of nice. It was kind of funny. But I remember when I got my Audi, I was like, man, these are the best massage seats I've ever been in. Another thing, I don't know if this car's been in an accident or what's going on, but the trunk doesn't line up like at all. And it looks like it's a different color. And then this dash, which is very unlike Volkswagen products, Volkswagen Group products, the dash creaks a lot. So I don't know if that's because something's out of place or what is going on there, but it's driving me crazy. If this was my car, and it's like a very plasticky type creak, so it would drive me absolutely nuts if this was my car. God, the exhaust on this thing sounds so good. Not just the sound it makes is so good. Also, this transmission is amazing. I don't know if this is a dual clutch or not. I will put it down here. But I think it's got to be, because the transmission is so fast. Listen to these downshifts. They're so fast. I'm not a huge fan of like the sporty SUV, right? But as far as an SUV goes, the Urus does it so well. It's so like aggressive, and I love that. Like, it's so much, like the noises it makes, the way it looks, the way it feels, like even the upshifts and downshifts give a nice little, the upshifts for the most part don't, but the downshifts give a nice little kick, so you really feel them. They're a lot of fun. This car in general is just a lot of fun. But I really like these cars. Little burbles. We'll be on the back road soon enough. Listen to that downshift. Isn't that fast? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the fifth. Back to fourth. Ready? It's so fast and aggressive. I love it. That's what I like most about Lamborghinis, is how aggressive they are. It's like the only car that's still brand new on the market. I guess that's not necessarily true, because the Revuelto's lost it. The Temerario apparently is not nearly as fun as the Huracan. The Huracan even wasn't like, it was about as fun, I would say, as this. Noise, excitement, drama wise, not necessarily driving dynamics wise, but drama, noise wise, I feel like this is just as fun as a Huracan was. Huracan was slightly louder, and that V10 is kind of subjective, but the V10 usually sounds really good. I didn't really care for the 5.2 liter V10. That's just my opinion. I feel like with a certain exhaust, you can make it sound really, really good, but the 5 liter V10 for me was better. But I'm getting way off track. My point is that the newer ones are not as fun as the older ones, and that's the case for all new cars. But brand new, as far as brand new cars go, you know, the last 5-10 years go, Lamborghini still has it, right? It's still fun. It's still dramatic. It's still loud, and you can still hear it and feel it, and I love that. And that's why it's my favorite brand right now. And just kind of in general, right? You still have a V12 in the Revuelto, even if you lost that single clutch craziness. You still have, you know, really high revving V8 in the Temerario. I can't wait to hear what people do exhaust wise on those. I think that'll be really awesome, depending on what people do. I'd love to hear one of those with a crazy exhaust on it. This car's great. The SE feels almost identical to this. It's just a lot faster. The Urus SE, which is the hybrid version of this, which is the new one, the refreshed, newest Urus, feels identical to this, but just hybrid, so it's a lot faster, but it doesn't lose any of the drama that this car has. I just love Lamborghinis. I love that they took an SUV, they put up a twin-turbo V8, very similar to the one I had in my S6, that the Volkswagen Group has had around for forever. I just love that they took that and they made it rowdy. It still has the pops, the bangs, the downshifts, it's just so engaging and fun. This transmission makes it amazing too. That's one of the reasons why I like Bentleys so much, is because they're really comfortable, but they have a dual clutch transmission. So when you want to have fun, the transmission's still really engaging. Now it's not obviously a manual transmission, but we don't really get those anymore. So it's really cool. Gosh, this car is so fun for what it is, and this isn't even a Performante. So it'll be interesting to drive a Performante and see what that's like. But for what it is, right? For a big old SUV, this thing's really fun. It's really planted. I love the transmission. I love that the suspension is really stiff. It feels like really exciting, but not in a hard way, not in a harsh way. And SUVs have gotten so good at this, but you know, this car in particular, I don't know what size the tires are. I think they're like a 325 on the back. This car feels so planted, and for how heavy it is, it feels like really like it's tracking in the little ruts and stuff. Like, it feels like a car. Like, it drives great and it feels great for what it is, being a big old SUV. Like, this is like so planted. And then of course you have that great soundtrack. All that noise and the burbles and this amazing transmission. Like, this is just, for me, this is the perfect sporty SUV. So call me a child if you want to, but I actually kind of like all the pops and bangs. I think it's fun. Adds another dimension. I know goofy BMW kids and all that have kind of ruined it for most people. I actually think that as long as they're done correctly, which I think Audi does them correctly, it's not too much, it's just enough. As long as they're done correctly, I think they're fun. And Audi does it so Audi. Lamborghini Volkswagen Group does it so well, the pops and bangs. They get louder as you get up higher in the rev range. You get more of them. You get nothing below like 2,000 RPMs when you're driving normally, right? But they know when you're driving quickly. Like, if it's in Corsa, I'm going to get more pops than if I was in regular mode. You're not getting any at all. My point is they do the pops so well. Like, this exhaust is totally factory. And it's decently loud. You get some pops. You can hear almost all of it, especially if you have the windows down. You can hear almost all of it. Like, it's just so much fun for even a newer car that most of the time are not fun, right? You know, a lot of new cars are too smooth or too quiet. This is still really smooth. And I wouldn't necessarily call it loud, but it's definitely louder than most cars. This road, it's good. Good back road in the middle of nowhere. What the hell was that? Something make a really loud creaking popping noise. Gosh, that scared me. I thought maybe the roof broke or something. Must have been something fell on the car or kicked something up. That was really weird and terrifying. God, those downshifts kind of like barks. Like this transmission, or the engine revs so fast for a twin turbo transmission. It's kind of awesome. Not kind of, it really is awesome. It's a great car. Like it downshifts so fast that the instant the gas hits and it goes to rev up and downshift, it like makes a nice little burble noise. What a fun car. I love Uruses. Like this car is in Corsa mode, so it's the stiffest it can get. It feels really hunkered down. It's not bouncing all over the place. It's still really comfortable. I've got my massage seats going. Like, the Urus is such a good car. Volkswagen Group does it so well. Like, I love SQ7s. I would love to get one of those. Those are relatively cheap for what they are. And you know, bigger turbos, a remap, and you know, you've got an SUV that's just as fast as this one. I love this car. It's so much fun. For an SUV that's practical, you can take all your kids and have fun. This is a great SUV. So with that, I'm going to end this video and I will catch you guys in the next one. Go buy a Urus. See you later. Bye.